Hey guys, Blaumagier here, and we're back with another episode of Let's Play Dragon Quest IV. On the last episode, we went through the doorway to Nadiria, and in this episode, we're going to hopefully track down Psaro the Manslayer. First thing to notice is this little shrine south of the tower there. This little flame inside. This is Heaven's Haven. I have been waiting here for you, Lyra. Psaro the Manslayer's evolution continues inside his fortress, but alack, it's a typo! I should probably say alas. But alas, it is protected by 4 barriers. Until all the barriers are rent asunder, you shall not be able to enter his lair. The barriers are the key. May the protection of the goddess go with you. And that heals you up fully. Shall I take your confession before you go? And she'll act like a save point. Now, one thing to note is that if you save here, if you beat the game or turn it off or whatever, you'll start back in indoor when you start your game back up. If you die, you'll also start in indoor, oddly enough. One thing to note is that this location does show up on the zoom list as Heaven's Haven. And we're going to take out the barriers, starting from the one over here to the right, in the southeastern portion of the map. I'm going to use my normal party for this, and I would actually suggest you use your best party, as you are limited to 4 party members inside these shrines. Anyways, I am defender of this barrier. I will lay my life down before allowing any intruder to destroy it. So now you must fight. And he attacks you. This is Rashaverak. And there's 3 of them. They're not too tough. They have 450 experience each. But the main thing about them is that they can call for help. So you definitely want to get off a kabuff, because this could end up becoming a war of attrition if they continue calling for help. And oomph will definitely help a lot. They don't really have anything that can really hurt you too badly. I mean, the hot gas is probably their most damaging attack. And I guess it can be pretty devastating if there's 3 of them and that all 3 of them use it in the same turn. But once you get your defenses in place, you should be able to take out 1 every turn from full hit points. And once both Elena and Lyra are oofed, go ahead and start casting crack or whatever I've got with Borea. Got Maya, then use your strongest spell, although I think Rashaverak is actually resistant to fire spells. I could be wrong, but I believe it is. And Carol should probably have enough healing duties to keep him busy throughout this. And he calls for backup. Lovely. Well, that's okay. We've got the upper hand here. Back down to 1. And it calls for backup again. Go figure. That's alright. We still got the upper hand. Nice that crack hits the whole group. And that's it. We're done here. 1 more turn and this thing will be gone. Just in time too, because oomph is wearing off. got a dragon shield out of it. We don't really need it, though. Good. Psaro has been mourning Rose for long enough. Now it is time for him to eliminate all humans. Long live Psaro! Long live Psaro! Long live... And that is one of the barriers down. Alright, so let's heal up and head on out of here. It'd actually probably be most prudent to head back to Heaven's Haven and heal up there so that you're at full strength for the next one. We'll just work our way around in a clockwise fashion. Probably could zoom back to Heaven's Haven and get there quicker, but whatever. Yes, we know all this already. No, you can't take our confession. Alright, so moving on to the southwestern shrine. This one has sort of a barrier in it, but not really so much. It's much more of a barrier in the NES version, because I believe they move a lot quicker. I think they're on a 1-to-1 scale. Anyways, you have come a long way. This is where your journey ends. Now you have me to answer to. But first I will give you a reward for your efforts. Have a good look behind you. I say not. Ka. I could have let you die without pain if only you would listen to me. Now, if you actually do try to look behind you, he'll get a free hit on you, and that sucks. Anyways, this guy is Pruslaz. He has 2,300 hit points. He's pretty tough. Like, I mean, he's pretty beefy, and he's got some pretty good offense. However, he doesn't have a lot of tricks in his... He doesn't have a lot of tricks up his sleeve. He's trying to combine phrases there. Couldn't decide between bag of tricks and tricks up his sleeve. But yeah, there's not a whole lot he can actually do besides just attack you. So get your kabuff up and he'll be pretty much a joke. Definitely want to get some sap on him. And some oomph in place. And he'll go down pretty quickly, doing very little damage in the process. As you can see, he just did 1 point of damage to Lyra. I think he is capable of critical hits, in which case he'll probably end up killing whoever he hits, because I do believe that ignores defense. And he can try to kasap, so you'll have to stay on it with the kabuffs. It shouldn't take too long for him to go down. Doing about 300 with Alina and about 200 with Lyra each turn. Those two people alone are doing about 500 each turn, so it should be about 5 turns that he'll die in. If you don't have anyone to cure or any kabuffing to do, you might as well attack Kirill. I highly recommend Kirill for this fight, just for kabuff. And there we go, he's already dead. Alright, Lyra reached level 30. Nice. Alright, Ragnar reached level 25. Alright, Maya reached level 27 and learned Kasizzle. Nice. And it dropped an Oaken Club. Whoop-de-doo. Like we haven't been able to buy them since the first town. No! Gah! And he's dead. And one thing to note here is that his little barrier dudes that will send you back to the entrance are gone now. Not like they would really bother you at this point anyways, because you would be wanting to go back to the entrance regardless. But with that down, It's just going back to Heaven's Haven and healing up again, which I will do right here. That's 2 down now, so we have 2 to go. However, here's where it starts to get tough. These last 2 are kind of tricky. First 2 we thought were ridiculously easy. Now it's time to get serious. As Darkwing Duck would say, let's get dangerous. Anyways, we'll head to the Northwest Shrine first. And we got a new enemy here, but I'm not going to fight it. Emperor Wyvern. Really not any different from other Wyverns we fought. I'll probably be back here later to fight the enemies around Nigeria. Perhaps in a bonus episode. But I don't really feel like fighting them for now. Anyway, there's no tricks in this shrine. Just hit up the ladder and talk to the guy. How dare you attempt to disturb the evolution of Psaro the Manslayer? You humans are all worthless. Prepare to meet your demise. Now this is Barbatos. This guy is really tough. He has a whopping 3,300 hit points. I believe he's got pretty powerful magic on his side, and he's got a powerful attack. And he's got that, the intimidating scream, which can make some of your people worthless for a turn. That's probably the most devastating thing he can do, is making people unable to act. Because I believe he can go twice in a turn if he wants. But we will use the same strategy as we have before, the buff being more important this time around. Well, I suppose it can't really be any more important than it was in the last one, but yeah, he's got Kaboom there, which is pretty devastating. Luckily we have multi-heal. I'm not sure this fight would really be possible to win without multi-heal. To tell the truth, you definitely want to get your oomph in place and your sap up as quick as you can. Sap will always reduce his defense by 180, which I believe is the maximum his defense could be reduced by. I think on Pruzla's we actually could have reduced it more, since it only went down by 40. But whatevs. There's not a whole lot to say here. Just keep an eye on your health, keep your kabuff up, keep your oomph up, keep sap up on him, and try to tough it out. In addition to Kaboom, he's got Blistering Flames, which, you know, I, for whatever reason, don't have any kind of protection against Fire Breath, apparently, but there's plenty of equipment options available to protect against it. The Dragon Shield is such an item. And it looks like we have 3 people die right there. Wow. So it's all up to my hero, because I can't change out. Actually, I can cure with my hero and revive, luckily. This is certainly not a favorable situation. I promise you that much. Oh, and of course, you know, Zing's gonna fail. I mean, it's not like this is, you know, one of the final bosses in the game. It's, you know, certainly not anything like that. Not at all. But yeah, we definitely want to get our healer back up. And then try to get back up our other people, but it'd probably be best to have the healer heal himself in case he dies again, so that the MP is not wasted. And then we'll try to resurrect another person And of course the shimmering dress stays in effect even when Alina is dead. There it is, biting me in the rear once again. More blistering flames. And then Chili Breath. Yeah, he's gonna be a jerk. Kill everybody again. See how it is, Barbatos. I see how it is. You just wanted to prove that you're not as weak as your buddies. Well, you proved it. Now quit being such a jerk. If you actually have Mina a high enough level to know Insulate, then I would strongly recommend having her and Kirill in this fight. It'll end up taking a little bit longer, assuming you don't have the kind of bad luck I have here. But it'll be a lot safer because Insulate will greatly reduce the damage that his breath attacks will do, and then you'll have Kirill for multi-heal. You just won't have the benefit of anyone to cast Sap or Oomph. Although there is an item that casts Sap when used. I'm not sure which item it was. I can look it up real quick here. But there's actually a lot of items that that you can use that do special effects and whatnot when they are used as items. And let's see. I thought it would be one of the staves, but it's not. Must be a sword. Ah, yes, the Massacre Sword, which we got a few episodes back. You can actually use it in battle, and it will cast Sap. So, if you have Mina at a high enough level to know Insulate, I would suggest having your two attackers, for me it's the hero and Alina, and Kirill for multi-heal and Mina for Insulate. And you could give Mina the Massacre Sword to use as an item to cast Sap to help with the damage. Unfortunately, I don't think there's anything that casts Oomph when used as an item. At least I don't think there's anything we have access to. And there's Borea dying again. Seems to do that a lot. And we finally defeated him. Alright, Alina reached level 32. Alright, Kirill reached level 31. Alright, Tornico reached level 28. Alright, Mina reached level 26 and learned full heal. Nice. And we got another miracle sword. Ugh, you're stronger than you appear. Very well, I will step back and defeat this time. It matters not. The evolved Psaro will easily send you to your destiny of eternal pain and suffering. Wahahaha! Ugh! And another one down, another one bites the dust. Anyways, head back to the Heaven's Haven before we head off to our last stop. So yeah, that guy's... I actually think he is the hardest of the 4 barrier bosses, but the other one, if you're not prepared, can be just as much trouble, even though he has the 3rd lowest HP total out of the 4 barrier bosses. Although technically, if you combine the HP totals of all the Rashavaraks I had to fight, he would have the lowest hit points. But whatever. We'll go ahead and head towards the northeast tower. And yes, I said that correctly. This is the only one of the 3 barrier shrines that is a tower. And there's actually an item to be gotten here. It is Zombie Mail. This is a cursed piece of equipment, so you can just stuff it in your bag for now. Who knows, you might find use for it later. Just saying. When we get to the top, you have come a long way, but it is all in vain, for you are too late. Psaro has already used the secret of evolution and will soon be awakening in his ultimate form. All that will remain in his new soul will be a hatred for humans and a desire to destroy them. Psaro as we knew him will cease to exist and will no longer reign over monster kind. And now, I will read your last rites before I send you to your sorry graves. It is I who was behind the kidnapping of Rose. I manipulated you weak humans. I, the almighty Aemon. Okay, what a jerk. You know what? Die, monster! You don't belong in this world! Alright, Aemon comes with 3 drooling ghouls. I believe you can defeat the drooling ghouls and they won't come back for the entirety of the fight. So that's what I'm going to do, although, well, as unpredictable as it is to actually hit them, you may be best off just ignoring them. But they still can hurt quite a bit. I suppose not so much with Kabuff cast twice on you. Like, they'll probably do like 1 point of damage per hit, but I know unbuffed they can do about 50. And with 3 of them, that would certainly add up. So yeah, I guess, I don't know, maybe it is better just to ignore them for the fight, but I don't like having extra things hitting me, because you never know, it could turn bad if Kabuff just happens to wear off, you're low on hit points and they attack. Anyways, Aemon starts with a bounce spell in effect, so do not try to cast Sap on him. Once his bounce spell wears off, and it will, you are free to cast Sap on him. But for now, just Kabuff and Oomph, and try to take out the drooling ghouls, or just focus on attacking him. Do not cast any spells on him because they will be bounced back at you. I do recommend having Kirill for this fight over Mina for multi-heal. And if Mina's high enough to know Insulate, it actually would not be of any help in this fight, because it only reduces breath damage, I believe. Or no, just... I actually don't remember. I think it's breath damage. I don't think they have it actually separated into fire and ice and breath and magic type damages. I think that's later in the series. I think for here it's just breath damage and magic damage. Anyways, once the drooling ghouls are out of the way, just focus on attacking him, keeping your people healed. Make sure you don't cast anything on him until you see that his bounce spell wears off. His spells may get reflected back on him if you have the shimmering dress equipped, but unfortunately it will do very little to help you, as he tends to be resistant to the spells he casts. At the very least, there's no worry of it being reflected back at you after it's reflected at him. And there we see his bounce effect just wore off, so I'll go ahead and cast Sap at my earliest convenience, but he should be near about dead. He only has 1,600 hit points total. So he's not too terribly tough. And Oomph will definitely help whittle him down while you wait for the bounce to wear off. And then we got a Sap off on him, nice. I think he can raise his bounce back up, but I don't think he's going to get a chance to in this fight. Nope. And we just defeated him. And that is the end of the barrier bosses. And alright, Boria reached level 30 and learned the utterly useless spell Fuddle. Alright, Ragnar reached level 26. Arg, you meddlesome humans! I was one step away from becoming the master of monster kind. I will never forgive you. I will make you pay! Arg. Oh, will you now? One of the barriers disappears. Alright, all the barriers are gone. Now we can go after Psaro and hopefully stop him before he uses the secret of... Are you serious? Party bangs her head on the ceiling. I'm on the top floor of a tower. There's no ceiling for me to bang my head on. Whatever, you can jump off the tower and zoom back to Heaven's Haven from there. And this is actually going to be where we end the episode. We'll go ahead and heal up here and save here first. The barriers are no more. Use the Baron's bugle to summon the wagon before you proceed to the final battle. Then she'll heal us and let us save. Anyways, that's the end of the episode. So if you like my videos, subscribe to my channel, give me a thumbs up, leave me a comment, tell your friends about it, and I will see you guys next time as we head through the final dungeon.